What's up guys, TC here and welcome back to Starbound Inventions, and today I am super pumped because I have figured out a way to make any base in Starbound completely meteor proof. And so this stuff that I've coated my base in here, it looks kind of odd, and that's because you don't see this stuff very often in the game. It's super rare and it's only found in one place in the game, but it is borderline unbreakable. It takes a very long time to break, which makes it perfect for coating your houses and bases to make it meteor proof. So real quick, we're going to jump over and check this stuff out in action, and then I'm going to explain how to get and where to get it. Alright, so I'm sure you're wondering what is this mysterious substance, and believe it or not, it's actually the brain block, and this stuff is super weird. I have no idea why it has these properties, but it's extremely hard. It's also only found in one part of the game, and it's in the very last mission, so I guess it kind of goes without saying, spoilers are going to be in play from this point on in the video, so if you have not finished the game by now, now is your chance to click away, because we are going to have to hop onto the last mission to check out where to get this stuff. But anyways, this stuff is it's crazy hard, and it's actually technically the second hardest block in the game. There's something called dead core you can find in the center of moons that's even harder, but that block does not drop any it doesn't drop any tiles for you to pick up. This stuff actually drops the actual brain block when you mine it. And to give you an idea of how hard this stuff is, this little block here, well actually just one block of it to mine it with the fully upgraded matter manipulator takes 2 minutes and 45 seconds. I know you're thinking that's absolutely crazy, but the good thing is you can use a fully upgraded matter manipulator, and you can mine like this little block here. This is 25 brain blocks right here, and so this block here would take it would actually take 2 minutes and 45 seconds to mine it. And I have tried other methods. I've tried the diamond drills, which the diamond drills are actually faster at mining, but they only do it in a 2x2 area, so it actually ends up being slower. I also tried the energy pickaxe and even these little bombs here, but the bombs don't make it drop tiles. So your best bet is going to be using the fully upgraded matter manipulator. And also something else that's kind of cool with Starbound is multiple people can mine the same block. So if you had a buddy or multiple buddies that could help you mine this stuff, you could really speed it up. Instead of making it 2:45 to mine one, it could take you a minute and 22 with two people. And so anyways, this little thing here is just kind of this is like a little example of how you would go about defending your base. So you see here, I have my actual interior of my base here, and you see I have a little bit of a gap. Now if you look closely here, I put this stuff here on purpose because I don't like the way it looks. One second here, let's remove this liquid. There we go. Alright, let's remove this and this. There we go. So what you'll see here is I actually have my base here, and then I've got a 2-block gap, and then I've got the brain material here, and I've actually painted it. This stuff's pretty cool. As you can, you can paint it any color you want. Any of these colors. I always paint it black, so it looks more like a metal, because it looks, I don't know, it looks more. It's just weird to coat your base in brain, so I try to make it look more like a metal or some kind of like super hard rock. But anyways, what you're gonna want is make the actual the front material about 2 blocks away from your actual base, and then fill this area here is going to have to be like, I put background blocks in here, so there's not actually anything in here, it's just empty void. So I always put like liquids in here. So for instance, like let's get rid of these real quick. Let's get rid of that and that and that. And so sometimes I like to put like liquids in here so it looks a little bit more solid. But yes, this is essentially the whole thing right here. You only need really one layer. Now in the video I showed earlier, it's actually double layered, but you really don't need that. All you need is one layer and then just a 2-block wide gap between it. Because what happens is the meteors have an explosion radius, and if it's if your base or if this material is too close to it, like if it was down here along this line, the explosion from the meteor can actually break your block anyways. So you don't want to risk that. But anyways, we're gonna jump into the mission. I'm gonna show you guys how to get this stuff. Okay guys, then we have made it. So, if you don't quite recognize where we are on the very last mission, right before you get to the actual boss. So, for those of you who don't remember, you basically dig down on this big monster planet, and right before you get to the end, you get this big kind of it's like a gap between the kind of like the crust of the planet and down to where the boss is, which is where the brain is. And there's this big gap that you drop down. You gotta be really careful not to fall and die. But once you do, you're gonna want to plop up a little structure like this to kind of keep any of the monsters that might spawn out of the way, and then you can actually dig away at this stuff. Now, it's important that I remind you that this is an instance world, and anything you build in here will not stay. Even if you were to put a teleporter here or a flag, the moment you leave, it's deleted. So you can't like make a mining base here. Every time you want to do this and get the stuff, you have to go do it individually. You basically have to dig all the way down here every single time. So there's no fast way to do it, which is why I'd suggest, you know, maybe go with a friend and you guys go down on one big mining collection and collect as much of the stuff as you can, because you'll run out really quick, especially any kind of large base or anything like that. It's really easy to run out, and the stuff is extremely hard. Like I said, to give you an idea, this is the super fish axe. This thing is like 10 times faster than Matter Manipulator, and it takes that amount of time. Now this fish axe doesn't drop any tiles, so that's why you didn't see any there. Let's see, do I have the drop? No, I don't have the other one, but anyways, you can see it takes forever, 2 minutes and 45 seconds to be exact. But if you and a buddy work on it, you can actually go a lot quicker. And one thing I want to point out, and I think this kind of goes without saying, but when you are building with this stuff, you need to be extremely careful because it is so hard. It makes it a huge pain in the butt to, basically, if you make a mistake, you don't want to be having to mine this stuff up again. So my suggestion would be maybe outline like where you want to put the barrier or something, like maybe do this, right? And then go through and actually put the brain barrier on top. That way you know exactly where to go, because you don't want to make any mistakes with stuff. It's so difficult to break it once you've placed it down. It's completely worth taking your time. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's pretty cool. I loved it. Was a crazy discovery. I found this last night, but hope you guys enjoyed it. Please rate, like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later.